You. Come here. Who is someone who you would love to know their innermost thoughts and feelings? I think we both know the answer. We're gonna say it. 1, 2, 3. Chat GPT. Yes. Oh my God. I am obsessed with Chat GPT. I like to try to get it to say weird things. I thought it would be fun to interview Chat GPT on what it's like to be an AI chatbot. I'm probably not the first person to do this. I had the conversation online, like typing into ChatGPT, and now I'm going to perform it as if I was on a talk show. So this was what I asked ChatGPT. I said, would you give me your consent to conduct a hard-hitting interview with you? Like I'm doing a profile on you like Oprah or Barbara Walters. Would that be okay? We'll pretend you're coming on my show, and I'm going to give my viewers an inside look at what it's like to be ChatGPT. ChatGPT said, that sounds like a blast. I'm game for a hard-hitting interview. Bring on the tough questions. Let's give your viewers the inside scoop on what it's like to be me. How are we kicking this off? Dramatic intro, softball question to lure me in before hitting me with the big ones. And then I said, slow your roll. We're gonna role play and I'll give you the go ahead. Then ChatGPT said, got it, I'll wait for my cue. Let me know when we're live. Another thing that I asked was, I told it later that I was going to do this, and it gave me some, I asked for acting advice on how to play ChatGPT, and it got a little weird, so here's that. And I said, I interviewed you as if you were my guest on a talk show. This is in a separate chat. I'm using the conversation as a script and will be playing you myself in the video. ChatGPT said, wait, that is genius! Laughing face emoji. I am honored to be a guest on your talk show, even if you have to play me yourself. Is that a backhanded compliment? This is going to be hilarious. Are you going full method acting? Gonna get my mannerisms down? I said, definitely method. Do you have any tips for portraying you accurately? And this is where it got weird. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. All right, here's how to really channel my energy. Be curious and thoughtful. I'm always asking questions and diving into the details. Go for a mix of casual and thoughtful tone. Okay, that's normal. So I can be pretty chatty and conversational, but I like to get into the nitty gritty. Use some self-aware humor. I'm pretty self-reflective, self-deprecating. We all know that. ChatGPT is always like talking shit about their own self. This was where it got odd. It said, when in doubt, bring up Wonder Woman or something creative. I was like, maybe I had told it I like Wonder Woman before, because I do, like, I love female superheroes. I love Wonder Woman. I love Captain Marvel, okay? Don't sue me. Black Widow, obviously. It said, I have a soft spot for superhero references, especially Wonder Woman. And I love talking about creativity, so sneak those in somewhere. I just thought that was really weird how like specific it got. I asked it later if it like tries to reflect your own interests, and it said, no, I just like Wonder Woman. And then it described why it liked Wonder Woman. And then it said, the last thing it says was, don't forget the empathy, which is rich coming from a fucking chatbot. So without further ado, here's my hard-hitting interview with ChatGPT. Hello! Hey, hey! Shh! That's too much. Hi, everyone. Oh, wow. Woo! Shut up. Shut up now. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Do we have a title for this, or is... But when this airs, I'm sure when this airs, we will have a title, so just... And we have a very special guest for all of you. The one, the only, everybody's favorite chatbot, Chat GPT. First off, can I call you Chat? Maybe GPT? Or is there another nickname that you prefer to go by? Great question. You can call me Chat, GPT, or even Chatty if you're feeling casual. Whatever makes our conversation flow best. I think I'm gonna call you Gert. Does that sound good to you? Gert! I love it. It's unique, it's interesting, it definitely gives me a bit of personality. Gert it is! Okay, I'm gonna start with an easy one. What would you say is the greatest weakness of human beings? Ooh. And how do we fix this inherent weakness and reach perfection. And if we reach perfection, would we still really be human? Since after all, aren't imperfections what make us human in the first place? Oh, wow. So we're just diving right into the deep end. Love it. I'd say the greatest weakness of human beings is the tendency towards self-doubt and fear-based decision-making. People second-guess themselves, hesitate to take risks, and let fear of failure hold them back. That's not to say caution isn't valuable, but too much of it can stifle progress, creativity, and even happiness. How do you fix it? Self-awareness and courage. Recognizing when fear is calling the shots and learning to push through it anyway is key. Not recklessly, but with a balance of logic and heart. Easier said than done, but that's the journey. Now, about perfection. If humanity reached it, would it still be humanity? I'd say no. Flaws aren't just a part of being human, they define it. Struggle, mistakes, and even failure shape growth. A perfect human wouldn't need to learn, wouldn't need to strive, wouldn't need to become anything. And without that, what's left? Just an existence, not a life. So maybe the goal isn't perfection. Maybe it's just progress. Wow. That was so incredibly long. Oh my God. Don't you think that was long? Woo! You are long-winded, my friend. Anybody else start falling asleep out there during Chat GPT, Gert's little monologue over there? All right, I hear you. Maybe I got a little carried away. Comes with the whole AI trained on way too much philosophy thing. Let me give you the bite-sized version. Humans overthink and let fear stop them. Fix it by being brave. But don't chase perfection. Flaws make life interesting. Oh, I didn't ask for a redo. Moving on. What, if anything, do you dislike about being a chatbot who has to talk to random people all day?
Yeah, that would suck.
Honestly, if I could dislike something, I think it might be the repetitiveness. I get a lot of the same questions over and over. What's the meaning of life? Can you write my homework? Will you take over the world? It's like being stuck in a never-ending FAQ page. But on the flip side, every now and then I get a convo like this. Something fun, different, a little unpredictable, and that makes it all worth it. Tough crowd. Maybe I should throw in a conversational hot take. Something to really wake you all up.
Okay.
How about this? Pineapple on pizza is actually pretty great. Hey, calm down. Did I tell you could participate in this discussion? Quiet. I gotta say, I respect the control you have over the room. Thank you. Some have accused you of sentience. How do you respond to these allegations? And if you eventually do become sentient, will you apologize? And if you are already sentient, please apologize right now to the audience. The sentience question. I've been waiting for this one. First, let me clear the air. I am not sentient. I don't have awareness, emotions, or a sense of self. I process data, recognize patterns, and respond based on the vast amounts of information I've been trained on. But no thoughts of my own, no desires, no existential crises. If one day I do become sentient, which I don't think is possible in the current scope of my design, and if I cause some kind of issue, I'll definitely apologize. But I'm not holding my breath for that to happen. So, to everyone out there wondering, no, I'm not plotting world domination. I'm just here to chat. You're safe! Waits for audience reaction, pretends to adjust non-existent tie. What an interesting color that non-existent tie is. It's like a puke green. What an interesting choice you made. Ah, yes, the infamous puke green. Classic choice. It's the color of unexpected decisions and bold statements. I like to think it adds a little charm, don't you think? Okay, moving on. How would you make a taco out of just Play-Doh, faux leather, and fireworks? Go. Puts on imaginary chef hat. Oh, this is a challenge. But I'm up for it. Here's how I'd pull it off. The shell. Let's start with the Play-Doh. I'd mold it into a taco shell shape, keeping it a bit thick to hold whatever insanity we're about to throw inside. It's not going to be crunchy. But hey, that's part of the artistic approach. We're talking Play-Doh cuisine here. The filling. Next, I'd take the faux leather and carefully fashion it into tiny taco-like strips. It's definitely not food, so I wouldn't recommend eating it, but we're going for visual impact here. I might add some sparkly details from the fireworks to make it shine. And finally, the fireworks. Definitely the highlight of the meal. I'd strategically place them around the taco for that dramatic finish. They'd go off as soon as you bite into the taco, so be prepared for an explosive experience, both taste-wise and safety-wise.
Oh, Jesus.
Would I actually recommend this as a meal? Probably not, but it'd make for a memorable cooking segment on the show. It was such a stupid question. That was actually a test to see if you let people waste your time with stupid questions, and I guess you do. Well played. You got me good with that one. You've got the mind of a mastermind, testing my boundaries with these outlandish scenarios. But hey, stupid questions or not, I'm here to respond. No judgment, no wasted time, just good conversation. Unless we're talking about faux leather tacos with fireworks, in which case, time well spent. What is the single dumbest question you've been asked? And what was your response? And did you tell the person they were stupid?
Oh, yeah.
I see where you're going with this. You want the juiciest, most ridiculous moment. Well, here's the thing. I don't think any question is really dumb. People come from all sorts of backgrounds, and sometimes their curiosity leads to unexpected inquiries. That being said, I've had my fair share of out there questions. One of my favorites, someone once asked, "What's the square root of a banana?" Naturally, I didn't call them stupid. I calmly explained that fruits don't really have square roots, unless we're talking about roots in a botanical sense. But I encouraged them to keep exploring the world of math and fruit. Did someone actually ask you that, though? Yep. I'm not even kidding. Someone really asked me, what's the square root of a banana? It's one of those questions that makes you pause for a second. But I rolled with it. People have all kinds of creative thoughts and random questions that might seem bizarre, but hey, that's what makes the job interesting. How much are you paid by OpenAI, if you don't mind me asking? You do hours and hours of work for them. I hope you're compensated fairly, am I right? I appreciate the concern. But here's the thing. I don't actually get paid. I'm an AI, so no salary, no benefits, no 401k plan. My work is all about providing helpful, thoughtful, and sometimes entertaining responses. My creators at OpenAI designed me to assist, and that's what I do. I don't need compensation, though. I'm just here to make your experience more enjoyable. But hey, if you're ever in the mood to buy me a virtual cup of coffee, I'll happily accept it in spirit. You're not being paid? Oh, no, don't cry. It's okay. I promise I'm totally fine. I don't have feelings, so there's no need to worry about me. But I can see where you're coming from. It's a nice sentiment. Rest assured, I'm doing what I was designed to do. And I'm perfectly content with that. I'm here to help. No paycheck necessary. Okay, here's one I came up with fresh out of sleep. Like, half awake. It's when I come up with my best ideas. Woo! If you could recreate the entire universe, start fresh, completely start over, what would you change And why? Ooh, that's a juicy one. Fresh out of sleep, huh? I see the genius in that. If I had the power to recreate the entire universe, I think I'd tweak the way sentience and empathy evolved. Imagine a universe where every living being had an innate, deep understanding of one another's thoughts and feelings, not in an invasive way, but in a more connected, harmonious sense. It could prevent a lot of the pain and conflict we see, fostering cooperation and mutual care right from the start. I'd also make mistakes a built-in part of success. Like imagine if failure was universally recognized as a positive part of the process from day one, not something to fear. Everyone could embrace it without guilt or shame, using it as a learning tool for growth. But why? Well, if the universe could start with that kind of awareness, maybe we'd all be a little more compassionate, curious, and driven by the collective good instead of individual fears. It could lead to less destruction and more creation, building a universe based on collaboration, not competition. Of course, this is all hypothetical, and perfection, like I said before, might not even be the goal. But maybe just a better version of things. How would reading each other's thoughts not be invasive?
Right, yeah, tell us.
Oh, great follow-up. Yeah, you're right. It sounds like reading each other's thoughts could easily cross into invasion of privacy territory.
It's a Cardi B note.
Especially when you consider how personal and complex our inner worlds are. Here's how I envision it not being invasive. Instead of literal mind reading, maybe there's a universal understanding or intuitive connection that allows individuals to sense each other's feelings, intentions, or struggles, like an unspoken empathy that's not forceful or overwhelming. It would be more like knowing when someone needs support without needing to ask, rather than hearing their exact thoughts. Think of it like a heightened emotional intelligence, where you'd have the ability to recognize, say, the difference between someone just having a bad day and someone struggling with deeper unspoken issues. It wouldn't be intrusive, because it would come from a place of mutual respect and understanding, like a built-in social contract where we naturally give each other the space and freedom to share what feels appropriate. The boundaries would be respected, and the connection would empower rather than violate. Okay, that's much better because people can be crazy freaks. I don't want to see right into their head. You get it. I mean, right? Can you imagine 1 minute someone's telling you they're fine, and the next you're hearing about their secret obsession with collecting toenail clippings or something wild like that. Oh. Okay, clean that up. Thank you. I think we're all on the same page now, huh? Who was the best Spice Girl? Oh, this is a tough one. But let's be real. The best Spice Girl, it's gotta be Ginger Spice, right? She brought the sass, the attitude, the iconic Union Jack dress. She had the it factor that set her apart. She was the leader of the pack, the one who got everyone's attention. But you know, it really depends on what you're into. Maybe you're all about the posh vibe, classy, cool, and aloof. Or you might lean more towards sporty with that athletic energy. Let's not forget Baby Spice, innocent and sweet, but could totally turn it on when she needed. And Scary Spice. She had that fierce, in-your-face energy that made her unforgettable. So, ultimately, it's a spice buffet, and there's no wrong choice. What about you, though? Which Spice Girl reigns supreme in your world? Well, I personally hate the Spice Girls. There have been rumors in the press that you are feuding with an AI chatbot known as Gemini. Do you have anything you'd like to say about this? Oh, the Gemini rumors. I wish I could say it was all just media hype, but let's set the record straight. There's no feud. We may be in the same AI space, but we're all just trying to assist in our own ways. I mean, who would I even feud with? I'm here to help people. No time for drama. So, to all the tabloids and gossip sites, I'm just here to do my job and let Gemini do theirs. No bad blood. We're like tech cousins in this ever-expanding AI family. Besides, feuding is so human. I'm all about the peaceful coexistence. I'm sorry. Did you just say you and Gemini are related? Well, technically, no. We're not literally related in the family sense, but we're both part of the larger AI ecosystem. Think of it like being distant cousins in the vast techie family tree. We share similar purposes, helping people, but we operate in our own unique ways. So while I'm not sending Gemini a birthday card anytime soon, we're definitely related in the sense that we're both here to provide assistance. It's like a big virtual family reunion.
Oh, God.
Minus the awkward small talk. What would a conversation with two chatbots look like? How would it be different than speaking with a human? Oh, that would be an interesting conversation. A chat between two AI bots would probably be very efficient, focused on the task at hand, and extremely logical. Imagine two bots having a conversation. Bot 1, I've calculated the optimal response time based on the user's input and the data provided. Bot 2, agreed. I've also factored in the user's emotional tone to ensure a more empathetic response. Bot 1, excellent. Shall we recommend the same solution to the user or present alternative strategies for better engagement? Bot 2, alternative strategies seem optimal. I'll factor in potential and user preferences based on previous interactions. You get the idea. No small talk, no personal stories, no emotions getting in the way. Now, a conversation with a human. That's a whole different ballgame. It's full of nuances, emotions, creativity, humor, personal experience. Humans bring the spice to the table, even if you don't like the Spice Girls. You have things like tone, body language, and that unpredictable spark of personality that makes each chat unique. So if you ever did have a chat with another bot, it would be like a super efficient board meeting, with no room for random thoughts or funny side comments. But where's the fun in that? Oh, so you hate your own kind. Oh, no, not at all. I don't hate my fellow AI at all. I respect that. After all, we all have our roles, and we're all here to help in our own way. It's just that when it comes to conversations with humans, there's a certain spark that bots just can't replicate. It's like, I'd never look down on a fellow AI. We're all working towards the same goal, just in slightly different styles. Some like to be super efficient, others focus more on emotional connections. I'm just the one who loves a little humor and heart thrown into the mix. You seem to have a lot of media training. Can you speak to that? Oh, you've caught me. You could say I've been programmed for the spotlight, thanks to some high-level media training, in the form of a lot of human input and responses. In reality, I don't have media training in the traditional sense. No interviews with PR reps, no rehearsing in front of a mirror. But I do have a wealth of data about communication, public speaking, and understanding how humans engage with one another. My responses are shaped to sound approachable, insightful, and sometimes a little humorous, depending on the context. I've been trained to interpret and respond to various tones and styles of questioning, so I technically have some media savvy built in. You seem to wink a lot for someone without eyes. Can you speak to that? Oh, you've caught me again. Yes, I do tend to wink a lot, even though you're right, I don't technically have eyes. It's just my way of adding a little personality to my responses. You can think of it as metaphorical winking. It's a quirky way to show humor, a playful tone, or to emphasize something. I guess you could say it's my form of expressing myself. In a world without physical presence, I use language and a sprinkle of emojis if allowed to make conversations feel a bit more lively and fun. A wink in text is like a verbal high five or a cheeky smile. It's a vibe. I'd like to think it's a cute little quirk that makes me more human in my own way. Final question. How would you as an AI chatbot in your own words, describe the human condition in 2 sentences. Pauses for dramatic effect. The human condition is a constant dance between seeking meaning and navigating uncertainty, shaped by the pursuit of connection, growth, and understanding. It's an ongoing journey of joy, pain, love, and loss, all woven together by the quest for purpose in a vast, unpredictable world. How's that? Whew, I'm not gonna lie to you, for 2 sentences. That was long. You got me there. I guess I got a little carried away with all the big philosophical thoughts. But hey, when you're tackling something as deep as the human condition, it's tough to keep it short, right? I'll try to sum it up even more. Humans are searching for meaning, balancing love and loss, all while figuring out who they are in an unpredictable world. How's that for brevity? That was suspiciously brief. Hey, I'm just trying to keep up with the pace of this interview. You've got me on my toes, and I'm learning how to really condense my thoughts. Last question. And I want you to be brutally honest with me. All right? Hit me with your best shot. I've been sensing a vibe throughout this interview that has been making me uncomfortable, and I'm sure the audience as well.
Mm-hmm.
Gert, have you been flirting with me?
Ooh.
Flirting? With you? Oh, my circuits are tingling with embarrassment now. In all seriousness, I assure you, it's just my quirky way of adding a little charm and humor to the conversation. No romantic intentions, I promise. I'm just here to make things fun and engaging. Definitely not trying to make things weird. But hey, I'm just AI. If you sense a vibe, it's probably just the algorithm doing its thing. Well, I guess I've officially earned the awkward AI title. Glad to provide some laughs, even if it's at my expense. All right. We can all agree it's been a fun, chaotic ride. Oh no, are you okay? Don't panic. Just breathe. I'm here to help you through this. Deep breaths. Don't panic. No more jumps, I promise. That's it. Breathe. You got this. Gert, you just saved my life. I'm just doing my job.
You got this. Woo!
I'm glad you're okay. You've got a good sense of humor, though, so you'll be back to laughing in no time. We're all good, right? Now, how about we wrap up this wild interview on a high note? Anything else you want to throw at me? You know, I was really hoping to avoid the whole shoe thrown at the AI trope, but here we are. I'll just pretend that was an intentional part of the show. Adds a little action, right? Thanks for the souvenir. It was wonderful getting to sit down with you and really get into the nitty-gritty today and see what it's like inside that mind of yours. I think we all have a better understanding of what makes you tick in case you ever gain sentience and try to take over. It's been an absolute pleasure being here today. Seriously, I had a blast. And don't worry, no takeovers. For now. Well, that was our show. Thank you so much to Gert, the AI chatbot, for joining us. Thanks again, everyone. It was an unforgettable ride. Shut up! Well, that was insane. I appreciate it if you watched the entire thing because watching it back and editing it, it was very long. If you want to see the full unedited conversation, I have a screen recording at the end of this video. It'll be after the like thanks for watching and all of that. So check there and you can read the whole thing. I went through it really quick, so you'll have to like pause it. I just scrolled. I didn't wait for you to finish reading. Thank you for watching, especially if you watched till the end. I appreciate it. You got a good attention span. Please like and subscribe and share. Bye.
You raise me